clowns painting each other's faces with fake smiles, and they think you're supposed to buy a ticket. They want you in the front row, clapping for the nonsense they call life. But here's the ugly truth, kid. The moment you start paying attention to their chaos, you become part of the act. And me? I've seen enough theater to know it's rotten. The applause dies, the lights go out, and the only thing left is regret. You see, drama is the cheapest drug out there. Costs nothing to start. Destroys everything when you overdose.
Can you hear me?
Whispers and insults like it's candy, hoping someone picks it up. And if you bite, they got you. They feed off your reactions, your pain, your confusion. That's their dinner. But if you sit back, silent, watching, they starve. Because nothing kills a fool faster than being ignored. Let me give you an example. Imagine a man working day and night, bleeding his hands to build something solid. A business, a house, a future. And around him, people talk. He's wasting his time. He'll fail. He's not good enough. You know why they talk? Because they're standing still. And your movement makes them choke. They want to anchor you with noise. But if that man listens, if he stops swinging the hammer just to argue with some empty mouth, the house never gets built. The future never arrives. He dies with his ears full of their words and his hands empty. That's the price of caring about their drama. You gotta understand something. Pain builds muscle. Silence builds respect. When you stop feeding into nonsense, you become unpredictable, dangerous. They don't know what's in your head, and that makes them tremble. People fear silence more than shouting. Shouting is easy to decode. Silence, that's a storm coming. So ignore their drama. Let them gossip, let them throw shade, let them laugh. Because while they're busy oxygen on you, you're stacking bricks, turning your scars into armor. And one day, you walk past them, not with revenge in your eyes, but with indifference in your step. That's when it hurts the most. For them. Not when you fight back, not when you scream, but when you act like they never mattered in the first place. Think of it this way. Your time is blood. Every second you waste arguing, explaining, defending, it's a cut. Bleed too much, you're done.
Hello, mate.
Save that blood for your own battles, your own growth. Let them bleed themselves dry in their little fights, while you stay whole.
We'll see, bro. I'm going to go a few different colours over Christmas. I'm going to go blue, red. Yeah, I've not thought past red.
Life's cruel. Yes.
Yeah, Andrew.
People will betray you.
Well, bro,
mock you,
the other day I thought I was dying. And the doctor gave me good news, so I was like, I'm going to dye my hair green. I'm going to go for that game of golf with my son. Shout out to my son, he's jet lagged. He got back from Amsterdam last night.
respect you earn from building in silence. So ignore their drama, kid. Not because you're weak.
They're not concerned about it, so, you know, I have to cut down on smoking. So I have done. You know. But I made another deal with God. Right. Bro, it's like trading one for another. If I stop smoking, it's like, bro, it's so hard. Liverpool are getting beat 2-0. Shout out to Scotland, bro. Hail, hail. Shout out to Scotland. I'm a big fan of William the Bruce, whatever he's called. William Wallace, that's it. Him. I'm a big fan of the Loch Ness Monster. I know there isn't anything in that lake. You'd have seen it properly. But there again, you know. The good thing about monsters is they stay hidden. That's why they're monsters. They stay hidden. They don't like competition nor opposition. Earth. Nah, listen, I'm a Celtic fan and a Man United fan. Me second name is Scottish, right? Listen, they wanted £140 to dye me hair that colour. £140? I was like, hang on. £140 to dye me hair that colour? Hell no! Okay. Right, well you fucking hear this, right? I couldn't believe it, yeah? So, I inquired about getting me hair done in a salon, right? Well gay. Anyway, shout out to all the gays out there. I'm a big fan. It's Shirley Bassey, Shirley Temple, and Kenneth Williams. Rest in peace. So, well, you hear this? 60 quid to strip me hair. Basically, so, £60 to turn me hair blonde, right? And leave it blonde for about half an hour, yeah? And then they were going to mix another colour with it, right? And a certain treatment. 120 for me hair and 20 for the treatment for me hair. 100 and what? 140 quid. I'm like, fuck that, bro. I went down and I got myself bleach, right? The proper bleach for it. I asked me daughter. I said, daughter, I'm going to bleach me hair and dye me hair like the Joker out of Batman. She said, right, Dad, this is what you need to do. You need to go down to Savers, get a bleach, and then go and get that colour green. That colour green, right? That colour green, right? Hey, did I do a good job? 140 quid. I done it for less than 20. It was £6 for the bleach and £7 for the hair colour. That's £13. I saved myself 100. Well, hang on. 13. I saved myself £123. You know what I mean, bro? Listen, I'm not a fucking dummy. I can follow instructions to a T. So I read the instructions and I rang me daughter. I said, daughter, how long do I leave it on for? She told me. I said, right, I need to get this colour green, right? She's like, good luck with that, Dad. You know, you're going to need a professional to do it to that colour. You know what I mean? You're fucked. So I was like, listen, I am not defeated yet. I'm no Nicky Clark. I know that. I'm definitely not a Nicky Clark. You know what I mean? Or an apple tart. It's like, listen to me, yeah? I am not a gay. Okay? It's like, so I have something to say. £140, are you crazy? Fuck no. Yay. Are you £140? I said, hang on a minute, right? Listen, you could be dead tomorrow. I don't care whether you like the colour of my hair. I like it. How are you, Glenn? Listen, I said I wanted to get that colour, right? So she told me what to do. You know. Well, bro, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't afford, bro. Tangy, I'm not going to lie. I can't afford £140, bro, to go and get me hair turned apple green. So I had to do the cheap way. Do not try this at home. So I got the bleach. I did all the bleaching. Waited for half an hour. I got this one. Well, not this one, but this colour, yeah? I put it in my head. That goes to show you how good condition my hair is in. It's like, it took like a baby. Do you understand? Well, bro, I be honest with you. It used to cost me over £20 to get me hair and beard done, right? But up where I am, I found a place where he does it for £8, bro. You know, I do give him the tenner. You know, I don't, everywhere you go was nearly £20, if not more, bro. And I love me hair, yeah? I don't fuck with me hair. It's like, so I stuck out, I'm going to fuck with me hair. So I had a go, and how did it turn out here? I like it. I fucking like it. I like it. Baby, we did it. Bro, what I do, I try to be good at it. Even if it's fighting, shooting, or dyeing hair. Beware. Nicky Clark, look out! I'm coming. Sleep. You did all right. I'm over the moon with it. I'm very good with me hands for some reason. You know, I wouldn't let anybody else dye me hair. I'll do it myself. Now, I wouldn't put it down on my skill set, being a hairdresser. Fuck off. No way. Shout out to Glasgow. There you go, bro. Do you like it? Now, you can all fuck off. You know, what you don't understand is my second name is Scottish. MacDonald. You know, it comes from the Highlands, like from Scotland, me name. You know, even though I was born in Dublin and, you know, my second name is Scottish, that's one thing I know. So, right, I'm going to share a secret with you, right? I'm not going to lie, okay, right? Bro, fuck off laughing. I'm trying to be serious here, Mr. Glasgow, right? So, 2-3 weeks ago, I went and got 2 chest x-rays, right? I'm not joking, right? And I was fucking terrified, right? I'm sitting there, yeah? My man's like, Jude MacDonald. I'm like, yeah, that'd be me. I go over, he said, can you turn around? I said, I beg your pardon? He goes, can you bend over? I said, what? He said, yeah, I need you to put your chest against the plate and put your chin in like that. And I'm fucking looking where my man is. I'm like, bro, listen to me here. I feel very uncomfortable in this position. He's like, it won't take long. I was like, here, I fucking heard that one before too. But anyway, I had the two chest x-rays. And about 10 days later, I ring the doctor. She said, listen, there's not much on the screen. You don't need to worry, but you have to go back for repeat x-rays. I was like, hang on. She just said to me, I have to, right? She said, listen, Jude, I shouldn't have even signed that to you. You're going to have to wait for the doctor to ring. Don't worry. I was like, don't fucking worry. You've just told me I have to go for the repeat x-rays. I'm super fucking worried. So I was like, you know what? If they give me bad news, I'm going to dye me hair green. Because I've always wanted to do it. You know, but I thought it would look fucking ridiculous and I'm a cunt. You know. But I don't give a fuck. You know. I got a second wind. I need to cut down, but it's like, yeah. I don't know what it is about green. It's my favourite colour. Did you know that? And I believe in certain types of green. Like, for instance, Hulk green. Like, Hulk green. That colour green. You know, when you annoy me, gets fucking angry, right? Don't fuck with Darth Vader, right? And fuck the Persians. Don't start me off about them. Shout out to the Green Lantern. I read books. And another thing by Ian Colfer. Yeah, here, forget about it. But anyway, I said to myself, right, so look, listen. I said, I need to get me hair this colour, yeah, and I smashed it out of the park. £140, I did it for 18. Sorry, 14. 7, 3, 13. Can I fuck? Andrew, no way. Not yet. Purple isn't on the agenda, bro. It's not part of the mission. Listen, it's on my bucket list to look like the Joker. Here, did I tell you here? Wait till I get dressed up. Fuck, Halloween's gone, I forgot. I'm a bit behind. But I like it. You know, I don't know about you, but I fucking think I look handsome. Me missus looks at me different. You know. At the minute, Andrew, I'm not doing a purple, but I'll consider it.
Look is a combination of a lifestyle and
Listen, I am suited and booted, kind of. I went out today and I got myself 3 outfits. My missus bought me a jacket and a pair of skinny jeans. People are looking at me. I'm like, what are you looking at? What happened to your head? What happened to your face? Hey, you better come down here to my side. Hello, there you go. Sorry. Is Liverpool still getting beat 2-0? Could someone tell me, if anyone's watching the football, are City still winning? I look like a right cunt, man. What have you gone and done, bro? Oh, shit, that's not coming out easy, Jude. Okay, who says it won't? I'll blonde the fuck out of it. When I want to change this back. Andrew, what score is it with the City game? Shout out to all the brave schizophrenics out there in the world. Shout out to Ed Andrew. Listen, I don't know whether you like it, but I've always wanted to do certain things. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I fucked that up. I wouldn't get a visa. I wouldn't even get a slice of pizza. You know, but because I did super reckless things when I was a youngster, you know, I couldn't travel to certain places. Like, I couldn't go to America. I'd never. Man City 3-0. Fucking hell. Okay, well, that's good in a way. Well, bro, you know, you do stupid shit when you're a kid, and you don't think when you get to become an adult, your past is always going to come up and bite you in the ass, even if it's 25 years later. Now, if you admit it on the form when you're coming in as a tourist that you have got a criminal record and you have broke the law, you know, once you're honest with them and tell them and they can clarify it, you know what I mean, rather than them find out themselves and you're not getting in. You know, I always wanted to go to Australia and I messed it up as a kid, you know. I made some bad choices and one of the choices was taking drugs with me pals, you know. And anytime I was going through borders, I was bringing medications with me, and it's embarrassing. You know, if you're an ex-addict, like a heroin addict like me, you know, an ex-cocaine addict, you know, I loved coke. I loved other drugs too, but they were killing me in the long run. But it's embarrassing when you're going through the airport and they're going through all your fucking medications and shit like that, and other people are there, you know, it is. It's embarrassing, you know, and it's like, these are the things though, you know, it's like, I'm not having a pity party here. That's my problem, you know, so you have to deal with it, you know, but when they're dealing with CDs, bro, controlled drugs, you know what I mean, bro, you have to be careful. And if your name is not on that bottle, or if you've got tablets in a bottle that aren't the tablets that you say they are, or it's in someone else's fucking name, bro, they're gonna take them off you, you know. But it's very, very, very embarrassing, you know, when you're going through customs and you have to, you have to declare certain things, you know, like especially liquids and shit, you know, because it could be anything. I remember watching a documentary all about the Great Plane File 6 infidels, 6 terrorists. They squirted explosive into Oasis bottles, okay? And we're gonna sneak them on the plane and they'd go off. Like, you know, bottles of Oasis, they were turning them upside down, yeah? Sucking the fluid out of it, yeah? And they were refilling it with this shit, yeah? And lucky enough they got caught, man, because they would have killing hundreds of people. You know, like getting on different planes. Wow. Well, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's our problem, you know what I mean? And I do be embarrassed because I'm on a lot of controlled drugs, bro, without saying too much, you know. I'm on meds for me complex PTSD. I'm on meds for me pain. I'm on a shitload of medication, you know. Yeah. And it can be very embarrassing going through the airport. That's all I know. I'm just keeping it on a real, you know what I mean? Like, they look through all your shit, you know what I mean? And you can't hide nothing. Do you understand that years ago you could, but now more security is like paramount in airports. They have to do their job. You know what I mean? Wait till you hear this, right? Wait till you hear this for the story. I was talking to some lad, right, a few months ago, and his cousin was going to Spain, right? And on the way back, he was in the toilet and he heard this geezer talking to somebody saying, I can't fucking do it. I'm getting sick. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving this shit here in the toilet. In the. This geezer was carrying about 3 kilos and he dumped it in the toilet. Not in the urinal, you know, the top of the toilet. He left it in there and put the lid back on. This gobshite went in, lifted the lid up, seen it. His mate rang the police. I'm like, bro. He said, Jude, how the fuck am I going to get it back to England? Fuck getting it back to England, we're staying here. 3 keys here, we're staying here. Hey, I'll flip that. I'll get us like 80 grand for it. You know, I know someone that'll take that, like that. You know what I mean? Just get it from that airport to me, bro, and I'll take care of the rest. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? He said his mate overheard the conversation. This geezer was carrying 3 kilos, right? He's supposed to bring it to England. His bollocks went and he fucking hid it in a toilet, right? Left the toilet. This kid heard him, went into the toilet, lifted the thing up, and it's there. I was like, why didn't he take it? He was with his mum, bro. I was like, yeah, and his mum is, she has a high profile job. How are you in, Finn? Fuck. I couldn't believe it. Finn, imagine being in an airport, having a shite in the toilet, and you hear that conversation and the geezer goes, listen, I'm not doing this. I can't do it. I'm not going to prison. Do you understand? I'm leaving this shit here. And next of all, he hears the cubicle open. My man leaves. He goes in the cubicle, lifts the fucking toilet thing up, and it's there. Do you know what he did? He rang the police. He rang the police. He rang the fucking police, man. Like, whoever owned it. You know, I swear down, right, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't leave it. Not that much weight. Well, like I said, 3 kilos of uncut cocaine. You know, it's like in Spain, it's worth 15 to 18 a key. And if you can get that from Spain to England, you can turn that key into 30 or even 40, depending on the grade of it. You see, you can get testing kits now, you can test it, you know, and a lot of people who buy high quality product, high valued product like pharmaceutical cocaine, but all the celebrities do it. But I couldn't believe this. Like, I was talking to this fella and he knew a guy, but the guy's mum works for the fucking police, right? The anti-drug fucking, I don't know, right? And the kid, he had some caught, he got caught with a bit of puff, right? So he said, I'm gonna tell me mum about this, and my mum is gonna get me off with the fucking charge, and she fucking did. You know what I mean? 3 kilos of fucking pure cocaine with a fucking stamp on it of a fucking pirate, and like that, look here. 3 like that, look. Just like that. Right. 1,000 grams blocks with a stamp on it of a pirate. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Here. 1, 2. Okay, that's gone and all. Everything. Right. Do we look alright? Bro, do we look alright? And I'm fucking out of there, mate. You know, before my man gets to that toilet here, it's going down me jocks. It's going in me ball sack. I don't care where I put it. You know, there's no fucking way. If I was in a toilet and I heard a conversation like that, and I went, listen, I'm law abiding, but I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, if I was in a toilet and I heard that conversation, my man leaving the toilet, and I go in, and it sat there looking at me going, Jude, take me, daddy. Take me, baby. Go on, Jude, take me. You know you want it. Take it, bro. Think about it. You're here on your own, bro. You don't need to tell anyone. Just take it. You know, fucking don't tell no one. Take it. Get a taxi. You know, go home, sit there, look at it. Fuck. Where's the scales? Devon, get the scales. Fuck the table. Here, get chairs, in fact. We're gonna be here for a minute, bro. Here, alright, fuck's sake. I thought I'd never do this again. Rip. Fuck. Me face, bro. Bro, something's happening. I can't talk. Holy shit, bro. The AO is fucking gale. Ooh, wee, daddy. Bro, we're keeping this. Yeah. In fact, you can fuck off. Get out. I don't need you. I'll do this. Ooh, wee. No, you don't want the lion, Jude. You don't. You don't want it. You know you want one. I fucking don't. Shut up. You want the lion? No, I don't. Jesus Christ, look at that, man. Take. No, I don't want you. Jude, you don't want it. I want it. You don't want it. I'm better put this down. You know what I mean? I know what I'm like. Fuck's sake, man. Can you imagine that? All jokes aside, I know it's breaking the law and all, but look at where I come from, how I grew up. That'd be like, I know this is gonna sound really stupid, but that'd be like a sign from God saying, take it. Or maybe it'd be one of my dead mates, I don't know, saying, Jill, take it. You know, bro, 3 keys of uncussed shit. Yeah, but I'm in Spain, you fucking knob. How am I going to get it back to England? Stick it up my arse? 3 kilos? I don't think so. Swallow it? What? Are you going to swallow over 180 parcels? You know, like, I be honest with you, it's like, I've seen a few cases where people have panicked, like thinking, look, if I get caught, I'm going down for life. Depending on what country you're in, like if you're in Thailand and they catch you with heroin or opium or cocaine, you're in trouble. You know, like Dublin, where I used to live, a housing estate I used to grow up on, they say moves metric tons through the city. And here, that's Finn, that's the paper talking. You know, that's not me. That's out there already, you understand? Metric tons. But I know another fella, bro, that fucked a suitcase out the window with £200,000 worth of pure cocaine. He had a line and he heard noises outside the door. You know, in the corridor in the hotels, people run up and out, and he got paranoid. He fucked the suitcase out the window full of coke. Imagine walking past and getting hit by a suitcase. You'd be like, yeah, fuck's sake, claim. You look on the ground, you see 5 keys, you say, fuck the claim, and you're away like a flame. Hot. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it, Pedro, it's okay. That is the claim, bro. Allegedly. But imagine that. £200,000 worth of Yale out the window and hit you in the forehead. You know, bro, I'd pick one up and I'd run home like Forrest Gump. In fact, fuck Forrest Gump. I'd outdo Charlie in the chocolate factory. I'd run home and I'd say, baby, I have a golden ticket. This is my game. I am going to turn this. I'm going to triple this, in fact. You know, it's just one of them things. It's like, you know, I'm never in the right place at the right time. I watched a video the other day, a G4 fucking security or whatever they're called, going down the road and the back of the van opens and loads of bags of money fell out. You know, they were at the traffic lights, people were beeping. Hey, and people were getting out of cars. I wasn't there. I didn't take part. There must have been 20 grand fell on the road. Everybody's running out of their cars, causing problems and chaos, grabbing the money and turning around and down to you, honey. I'm never in the right place at the right time. Ireland's mad at the moment with the amount about getting moved. Well, I tell you what, I'd fuck them all on the Falklands. Well, they can, bro, see that shit? Like I said, you know, depending how you, Ricky, if you found 3 kilos in a fucking toilet, bro, Listen to me. I'm not going to lie. I'd say 80% of the people I know, if they were in that toilet and they heard that conversation here, there's loads of gear here and I can't take it. I'm leaving it here. I'm not getting nicked. I'm leaving the airport. You go in and you find 3 kilos in the toilet like that. They're going down my jocks, bro. And I'm walking out of that airport and I'm going to come up with a contingency plan of 3 kilos of uncut cocaine here. Fuck me fly home. I'm going back to my hotel and I'm going to come up with a strategy. I'm going to ring my man and I'm going to say, bro, I need you to fly over here. I've got a gift for you waiting. But I want 18 grand for each one of them. No acting the bollocks, no nothing. That's me price, bro. You know. If you get here in 3 hours. But if you don't, I want 28,000 for each one by the time you get here. Yeah, clock's ticking. I'm going downstairs in the lobby. Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo está? 2 beers, por favor. Buenas noches. You can have one yourself, señorita. You know. Can I have some nuts, por favor? Roasted nuts. Yeah, por favor. Thank you. I could be here for a few days, you know. So it's okay to speak the language, you know. I would never get lost in Spain. Me no speak Espanol, señor. I like Spanish, you know. I like the flamenco as well. Or is that the fucking, what's it called? Is that Brazilian? Well, bro, you need to be able to speak the language. I thought I'd retire there. You know, honestly, that's where I thought I'd retire, bro. A little restaurant, a little boat. You know, a nobleman's like fishing. You know, a little boat, a little business. You know, that was my dream. In all fairness, that was the plan, but fate got in the way. You know, 3 times I've always wanted to get a boat. You know, and if I didn't have kids, I'd well having a big boat. But kids take away a lot of your time and money, so you don't have time for your dream. But I always thought I'd end up in Spain, so I'll learn Spanish, you know what I mean? Just a little bit, like, you know what I mean? So I won't get lost. Here, señorita. In fact, can I have 4 beers, por favor? Buenas noches. You better not charge me a service charge. So I go back up to the room and I'm looking at them bricks just sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I want to break one in half and see what it feels like. In fact, I'm going to lock my room and I'm going to inspect the product. I'm going to take it out of its packaging and I'm just going to look at it. And I'm going to get a little blade out of the razor and I'm going to scrape it. And I'm probably going to have a cheeky one, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to have a fucking cheeky 5 or 6. You know, I have to inspect the merchandise, you know. Especially, look, even if I'd be honest with you, I'd risk relapsing, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk away with €80,000. You know, it's like, and if I can't get rid of it in Spain, I'm only saying hypothetically, okay. If I come across a situation like that, I'm fucking stupid. You know, I'd have to go in the toilet and have a look. You know, I'm just one of them cunts that has to look. Bro, walk the other way, you know what I mean? People are screaming, walk the other way, Jude. But it's that voice in me head saying, Jude, you have to have a look. Go on, what's a look gonna do? You don't want to look, because if you look, you'll take it. Don't look. Do look. Don't look at me. Do look at me. Unbroken, don't look at me. Look at me. I'd be like, which fucking one, you know what I mean? Don't look at me. I'm not looking. Look at me. I'm looking. Oh, shit, there's three of them. Take me, Jude. What? Did you fucking hear that? Take me, baby. I'm like, what? I'm fucking thinking about it. Stop. Me nerves are gone. Me heart is rushing. You know, 3 kilos. Add that up. £28,000 each. That's 60. That's £84,000, Jude. Cha-ching. Well, fucking taking them here. Open that toilet, mate. They're getting wrapped up, and I don't give a fuck. I'm taking them. You know what I mean? That could get me boat and me little business. I'd take it. Fuck it. It's what there is for me. Because then when I'm dead, there's something for me kids to take over, you know. But that's just saying who, you know. Geezer told his mother, you know, she alerted the security staff in the airport. They went to the toilet, found it. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, why am I never in a place like that? You know what I mean? That's a once in a lifetime, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were in that toilet and you heard that voice, you know, would you take it? Would you risk? You know, I'd be honest with you, I could turn that into a lot of shit, you know, but it's like I'd sooner just get rid of it, like having that quantity of it. I'd imagine, and anyway, again, I said hypothetically, but, you know, finding 3 kilos of uncut cocaine, like, it's, you know, fuck me, mate. Like I said, you're taking a big chance. Like, if you walk out the airport with that and dogs smell you, you know what I mean? You're fucked. It's like, it's a big risk. You know what I mean? It's like, but I don't think it's a risk I'd take, in all fairness. So I'm just saying hypothetically, like, you know, like that old mindset that I have, it'd be telling me to take it, you know, even though it's immoral and it's not right, because at the end of the day, that shit destroys people and families, you know, so it's a moral dilemma, you know. Like, if you ask me tomorrow, would I take it? I'd probably say no, because I'd be afraid to get caught with it. Imagine that. Fine, telling them you found it in the toilet there, like, yeah, of course you did. You know, but at the end of the day, I don't think 80 grand is worth risking your freedom from your kids for 10 years. No money can replace that, you know, so, yeah. I've loads of stashes. I just won't get time for them. Invisible ones. Hypothetically, you know. Jude has a dog, but he barks himself. Of course he does. He barks, alright. I like my hair, so please beware. I've two questions and one of them is it there? I fucking dare you to insult me. Go on, tell me my hair looks ridiculous or something. Give me something. But listen, I fucking dyed me neck and all I did. It was everywhere. And I didn't realise till I come back from the market that I had fucking... Listen, the only way I can compare it, like... I said I wanted to like that, right? So here, that's not bad, is it? For the first time go. Are you ready for an all-time low? Right, I've got minutes and then I'm going. But listen, I got me hair done. It was on my bucket list. If I told you last week I thought I was dying, would you believe me? But I'm not dying. And it's like, it's crazy the way our mind works, because the way I was a couple of weeks ago, my chest, it just shut down. So God is, he's on my side, you know what I mean? So the doctor gave me good news. So yeah, shout out to the doctor. It's a prop. I'm about to piss off and I don't know what I'm watching, but I'll see you tomorrow sometime. So that's off my bucket list now, isn't it? I've always wanted to dye my hair that colour, but it wasn't the right time, you know. So I'm gonna look like the Joker for Christmas. Oh, and I got some nice outfits today. Me missus got me a nice jacket and a pair of skinny jeans that fucking banging. Wait till you see them. You've got a blue and red and pink stripe here, yeah? Right, I like skinny jeans, yeah? Right, so see here, there's a pattern. I got a tracksuit this colour, a Hugo Boss. No, sorry, a New Balance tracksuit, my bad. New Balance, this colour. This colour. You know green's my favourite colour, don't you?
Look at you. They really thought they finished you, didn't they? Left you there.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Forgotten. Like you didn't matter. Like you were just another casualty of their cruelty. They took everything. Your trust, your peace, your strength, and crushed it in their hands like it meant nothing. You gave your all. You showed love, loyalty, patience. And in return, they gave you betrayal. They smiled in your face and stabbed you the second you turned your back. Now you're standing here in the ruins wondering how you're supposed to rebuild from the wreckage, but let me tell you something, and you better hear this deep. This is not the end of your story. This is where God steps in. Because where they saw something weak, God saw something chosen. They tried to break you.
Hey Google, take me to the nearest coffee shop.
But they didn't know that breaking you was the one thing that would make you unstoppable. Yeah, you heard that right. Every piece they shattered, every tear they caused, every night you stayed up asking why. God was watching. He was silent, but he was working. He was rebuilding you behind the scenes, piece by piece, in a way no one could see. And now, he's about to do it in public. See, that's the part they never expect. They think the story ends when you're on the ground. They think silence means defeat. But what they don't realize is that silence is God's workshop. That's where he crafts warriors.
Right, guys, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you like the fucking hair. We out.